Hello and welcome to My Community Life, the show where every episode is a snapshot into my life living in a community. Today we have a look at the squat toilet which I have completed, and then I decide to change things up again. Turns out I do want a sit-on toilet after all. So we'll have a look at some of the problem-solving challenges that I encountered whilst doing that. It is now winter and it is now very cold, but thankfully my compost toilet is now usable, and indeed I have used it several times. So shall I show you around? So we've got the hole, we've got some sawdust to add after every deposit, we've got a handy light which makes sure I can see where I'm going, toilet roll there, and then when I'm done I can give my hands a nice clean with some antibacterial wipe. So it's all looking pretty good and it is useful. And the actual the structure, I did end up having it up so there's a bit of ventilation, and Simon actually came up with the idea of, rather than having these straight so that they trip over, if I have them diagonal then they're out of the way. But there's two problems with my toilet. So one thing is that the separator, which is to take the urine away, doesn't work all that good, in that because there's a hole there, then some of it will just go that way. So it's not entirely foolproof at the moment. And the other problem is that it is a bit uncomfortable to be sort of squatting and holding on and trying to do all the stuff you need to do. So I've decided that I am going to have a sit-on toilet after all. Thankfully I have found a chair. Well, it's actually a table. Here it is. I have actually cut the hole and I've done quite a lot of stuff already. Now, I didn't have time to video it, but let me see if I can reach into my brain and we can extract a few little snippets. Okay, so first I need to make a hole so that we can get a saw in there. And let's measure how big I want my hole to be. Using a toilet seat, I thought, that would make sense. Okay, that says 20 centimetres, so we need 20 centimetre diameter, so therefore you'll need 10 centimetres radius. There we go. So I will measure out the stick. It's about 10 centimetres, and then we can start drawing our circles. I drew 2 circles so that I could then kind of join them up to make an oval. Not quite right. Ooh. Use my pen to check. Okay, now let's try and make a nice toilet shape there. Right, okay, how I'm going to cut this hole then? Because all I've got is this saw. And that's not going to go in there, is that? Nope. Okay then. So what am I going to do? Aha, I've got an idea. Okay, if I take the saw apart, like that, then I'll stick it through the hole, and then I can saw, yes? Oh dear, no. It doesn't work because I can't move the saw to actually get it to cut in the right direction. Okay, another idea then. So we'll just take the saw completely apart, and then we'll use some sticks. There we go. I can actually use the saw to cut the stick, which is quite nice. There we go. And now I'll take it back apart again and pop the stick in. I actually did 2 sticks. One in each side. Okay, and then I just poke it through the hole. And let's see if this works. At this stage I have no idea if it's going to work. It does work! And if if you like this episode, do feel free to subscribe, as I've got more videos a bit like this on my channel. And I would love it if you also give me a like. The funnel is cut. I've established that it will do the job, but at the moment the pipe is a little bit too high, so if it's in there then it ends up being at an angle. So in order to solve that, I can raise the toilet. All I'm doing, cutting little blocks and then fixing them onto there. We'll see if that raises it enough. If not, we'll just cut another set of blocks. There we go, and with a little bit of extra height that's given us, the funnel will now sit in the pipe in such a way that it can sort of hang in a comfortable position. Now I think I've made this hole in the end too big, because when I sit here I realise I want the urine collector to be here. If it's there, then it's a bit too far forwards for it to be comfortable. So I might need to get another piece of wood that I put across that it can then attach to. So that's probably the next job. So another little aspect I'm going to have to solve is that when you're sitting on the toilet, then this bit, it bends quite a bit, and that means that this corner is quite sharp. So to fix that, I'm going to get a piece of wood and then put that here. Well, I think everything's in place now, so we've got these two bits which should hopefully stabilise this bit of wood, the urine separator funnel connected to that, so it's hopefully in the right place, another bit to stabilise the wood here, and we've got these blocks of wood to make it higher. Well, the funnel's just gone straight into the pipe, exactly where it needs to go. So that's a good sign. It just did it automatically. And it is going in the right direction. It does go up a bit. So whether it will actually work as intended. So I might have to strap it so that it goes downhill. This really is the test, because now I am almost ready to use it. I'm going to have to cut this hole so that there's place where the poop can go. But it's just a case of, will the wee go in there and the poop go in there without it mixing? This is what we're going to find out. Unfortunately, perhaps fortunately for you guys, I'm not going to video it, but I will tell you whether it works or not. Our toilet is ready to go. So if we have a look inside, I've fixed some extra bits onto the feet, so that's all secure. I've cut the hole. There's nothing in there now, so don't worry, you won't see something you don't want to see. And that is in place, in the right place. So, but yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it on the whole. It's the first structure I've ever built. I've never done anything like this before. It's been really fun to do. I would say my learnings from this project, because this is the first building that I've ever done, so it's not perfect. I think my learnings mainly would be anticipate it's going to take longer than I imagined it would take, like a month or something. This has taken me almost a year. So anticipate that things will take a bit longer. And number two would be plan before I begin, because I actually basically had a rough idea of what I was doing, and then I put some sticks and I thought, oh, it will be fine. I put some sticks in the circle and started building. Actually, what I should have done is had to think, okay, how do I want this structure to function beforehand? It's been great sort of as a sort of bodge job type thing, and it learnt a lot of stuff, but I think the structure would have been a lot better, and the function would have been a lot better if I'd done that to start with. So yeah, thanks for joining me on the journey with my compost toilet. As I say, there is still the roof to do, so it's not quite finished, but I think the bulk of the important bits are done.